Organizația Christians for Israel s-a înființat în anul 1979 în țările de jos, iar acum a devenit o mișcare globală cu filiale pe toate continentele. Lucrarea s-a dezvoltat și are peste 150.000 de susținători din toate confesiunile creștine. Membrii organizației cred că toți creștinii ar trebui să fie uniți în dragostea lor pentru poporul evreu.
The mission of Christians for Israel is to do biblical teaching in churches among Christians worldwide. We think it's important to raise awareness among Christians that God is faithful to the Jewish people and to Israel, that Israel's role is not played out 2,000 years ago, but that Israel still has a huge role in God's salvation plan for the world. And many Christians are not aware of this because of replacement theology, fulfillment theology, and that's why we raise awareness that God has a plan with Israel, not only in the past, but also now in our days and in the future.
Now, Christians for Israel International has more than 40 countries. It started in the Netherlands, but since then it has been a growing movement, and the awareness of the place of Israel in the churches is growing, and we are very pleased with that.
It shouldn't even exist because the church should be doing this. So we're actually just a group of Christians who are trying to do the best we can. We have no authority, we have no God-given authority to tell anybody what to think. We just encourage our brothers and sisters to rediscover the Bible, to rediscover God's love and what God is doing in the world today.
Mesajul pe care îl promovează Organizația Christians for Israel este reconcilierea între creștini și evrei, între biserică și Israel.
Christians for Israel does is it builds a bridge between the church and the Jewish people, between the church and Israel, between the church and the synagogue, because for 2,000 years we've been divided. The church has become very separate from its roots in the Jewish faith, in Israel, the Jewish people. And we Gentiles have lost the sensitivity of what it means to be Jewish. And so it's a ministry of reconciliation, I think, Jews and Christians. It's a ministry to teach and help people understand.
Christians for Israel susține imigrația evreilor în Israel, îi sprijină să se stabilească în țara promisă de Dumnezeu, încurajează creștinii să se roage pentru Israel și pacea Ierusalimului.
We have experienced it as our mission to bring this message to the churches, to believers in basically in the whole world. The message of God's faithfulness to His covenants, to His promises for Israel. And besides, we have it as our mission to comfort Israel, to simply to tell them, you are not alone in this world, God is with you. God is fulfilling His promises, bringing you back to the land He promised and preparing you for the coming of the Messiah. And I think that's God's plan with us also for the future, which is until the Messiah comes.
Christians for Israel is a ministry that serves the churches to understand the Bible prophecies, Bible promises from God to the church and to the Jewish people. Therefore, being here after the pandemic, it's really an amazing opportunity to gather together people from many nations and see what God is doing, despite everything is doing around this country, from the Middle East, from the UN. Many threaten that Israel is facing, but still Israel has friends, and the best friend Israel has are the Christians, and we are part of this. This is a miracle.
Dumnezeu a ales poporul evreu pentru a binecuvânta toate națiunile pământului. Legămintele lui Dumnezeu cu Israelul sunt veșnice.
God has made a covenant with Israel, an eternal covenant, and in that He wants to bless the world. Jesus has come as the fulfillment of God's covenant and God's promises to Israel, to save Israel and so to bring blessing to the world. So we miss a lot if we don't grasp that relation of God with Israel. We miss a lot on the whole perspective of the restoration and the salvation of creation. So I think that's why it is important to focus on Israel.
Alfa